Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Take it at the 37. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense.
Now the ball comes loose. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the 1st down. They'll They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. And this is Shepard on the catch. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Working with a 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. No hesitations. They go right back to Kelce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Rolling to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense set to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run with the goal. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Outright and brought in by Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And again, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Broncos want to get hot at the right time, and at 7-4 now, they're right in the mix for a playoff spot. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go again here with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. T.J. Watt from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now back to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On the ground, it's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers ready for their next possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second and 3. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 41. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
from the 29. Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, complete. That's Kelly. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Pass incomplete. Sky Moore, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Harris running straight ahead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.